Have you ever looked at those lovely little oval morsels in the cafe? Often they have berries on top and a dusting of icing sugar, and they look absolutely delicious. And have you ever wondered, oh, I'd love to make those? Well, actually they're incredibly simple. Only 5 ingredients, and uses those leftover egg whites that we had from making the tart the other day. Remember what I said about egg whites weighing about 30 grams per egg white. So if you're not sure how many you've got, just weigh them, and away we go. So they need to be just loosened a little bit. Don't beat them up too much. Just a very quick beat, just to loosen them and stop them being all sort of clinging together. So the egg whites, there's actually 6 in this mixture here. Then we have icing sugar, which I've sifted so that it doesn't have any lumps in it. Ground almonds, melted butter and cooled, and some flour. Now if you want to make these gluten-free, totally gluten-free, you can use corn flour, but I've just used ordinary white flour, the plain flour in this instance. Mix them up. Now you might have noticed there's no baking powder in this mixture. Well, that's because the high water content of the egg whites forms steam in the oven and helps the friands to rise. That's all we need. They're not a really light texture, so the steam is enough to just rise them that much. Okay, and we're using the little oval friand molds, which I've had for some time. 2 different ones here. These are the much heavier, more solid ones. These ones are lighter, and you can see perhaps they're actually a little bit battered, but they still work perfectly well. If you don't have those, you can use the little mini muffin tins. You probably need 2 trays for this mixture. So my mix is done there, and what I'm going to do is transfer into the moulds after I've given them a spray with my cooking spray. And what I use to make sure that I get the same amount each time is one of these measuring cups. Don't overfill them, so probably about 2/3 full. Perhaps see there how full I've made them. And then we're going to put some fruit on top. We are ready for the oven. 180, fan bake, about 25 minutes. You could use different fruits, perhaps sliced apple, half apricots, half plums. Just make sure that, as I said, that it's something light that is going to float on the surface and not sink to the bottom. Chopped chocolate, sliced pear. There's just all sorts of things that you could put on there. You could also put lemon rind into the mixture, grated lemon or grated lime, just to give it a different flavour. Right, as you can see, they've risen quite nicely. That moisture in the egg white just formed the steam, and up they popped. So just give them about 5 minutes after they come out of the oven, and then remove them from the tins. Just use this little sharp pointed knife just to pop them out. There we are, and then you can pop them over. So then when they're ready to serve, just to sprinkle with icing sugar, some icing sugar on top, and they look really great and they taste delicious.